What's trophies? You have found none. Of course I have found none. Oh, I forgot to look at the artwork in Ghostbusters game. What's done is done. Let's get into this. Really hate seeing the keyboard and the mouse like move like that. Gotta figure out how to fix that cartoon. Alright, I'm ready for a fun experience here. Like I said, I have no knowledge of this game.
Life is only a set of pictures in the brain, among which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings.
Cool. First-person games. This is where I feel at home mostly. And that sensitivity. Like when I say I have no knowledge about this game, I mean it's like I don't know if there's actual gameplay involved. I don't think there's gonna be anything I'm fighting. I'm gonna assume that I'm mostly running away. I believe no more. We can harbor. Okay.
Safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
Dr. Faust, is that you?
So it's another amnesia. I'm assuming it's gonna be a amnesia style game. Thought there'd be some ass kicking involved. And a Lovecraft freaking thing. I think it's the main character who gets his ass kicked all the time in Lovecraft stories. I'm gonna hope that there's puzzles at least for me to discover.
At last. The pain is subsiding. I thought my head was about to explode.
And should be a really good story, regardless. It's based on Lovecraft. Oh. Holy shit, no. I mean, I get fucking Lovecraft was, you know, a story writer. Doesn't mean I play the game to read it. Son of a bitch. Alright, here we go. Session, 7:05 p.m. 1806, 1949. All the participants consumed a diverse mixture 5 minutes ago, and they have entered some kind of altered state of consciousness. All of them now vaguely mumbling in their sleep, like they are chanting something, but the sounds are not conscious. They seem restless. I detect movements in their limbs, and, as always, I wonder if it's because of something they are actually seeing beyond. As always, the device is humming and glowing, but this time the atmosphere is different to the previous sessions. Whatever the reason for this might be, it feels like almost like the fantastic device is signaling something in a code I don't recognize. It is becoming more and more stressful to be alone here in the midst of this cold, dim and incense-filled room. 7:19. It sounds... What is it, freaking 2 minutes later you had something to say? 4 minutes later? It sounds to me like the intensity of the subject's mumbling is much stronger now. Colors and shades are dancing on the walls with the rhythmic... Okay. I thought that was the bigger word. Rhythmic? What other word was I thinking of? Rhythmic ins and outs of the device. I can hear the wind howling outside. Maybe a snowstorm is approaching. Or something even worse. Exactly 5 minutes and 3 seconds have passed now. They have drifted beyond my area of expertise and guidance. I cannot do anything further except wish for the safe return. Alright. Cool. That's stuff. Alright, this is very dark. Is there a flashlight? There's a flash hand. I guess the game's not going to tell me what my controls are, and I should just go and look at them. Alright, here we go. Torch, F. I don't have it yet, that's why. I guess 9... Journal tab, toggle equip. Alright, cool. Wait, why didn't that tab? Oh, you can't switch any of these. Oh, you can't customize. Alright. So, toggle equip would be C. Journal should be tab. I'm not gonna reach across the keyboard for a fucking journal. That seems like the only thing I need to actually fix there. Cool. There we go. Huh, there's quick save. True. Oh, fuck, I hate saying that. Yes, there is a quick save. God damn, well there we go. And we saved to slot 2, because I'm not good enough for slot 1 apparently. Okay, so that'll always be there and always pop up. Cool.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
Oh, well, there we go. It was on the fucking thing this whole time. I like that you can move it right now and actually affects the background. Yes, I will take it. Nice. Wait, oh, of course. England. When they said torch, I thought literal torch. I forgot that they actually call flashlights torch there. Or lighters. Well, I think both lighters and flashlights they call torches. That almost got me for a second. Ori's on sale, 67% off. Bro, there's nothing wrong with Ori. Especially Ori 2. It's Ori and the Blind Forest. It's so fucking good. Ori and Will of the Wisps, good, but flawed in some ways. Whereas part 2 just like pounced on those flaws and nailed them perfectly, making it a fucking great experience. The second one is off. It's like $10. Really? God damn. I got to play it because I had the Microsoft thing, so didn't have to pay for it, but I would, because it's a great fucking game. I don't know how much for 100%ing there is. There is quite a, like, there's a lot to collect in that game and whatnot, but I don't know how fun it is to go get everything again. It was a great experience. The bosses, I love the bosses. The mechanics, the feel of the character, really fun. Oh, I can throw the torch on there. Alright. Wait, I can't take it? What? Alright. It's a flower.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
Where'd you get the... I never said anything. I never implied that you said anything was wrong with it. I'm just commenting that, yeah, part 1 had issues about it that part 2 nailed. That part 2 fucking cleared out
Hello?
beautifully.
Anybody here? Where is everybody?
Alright. A strong snowstorm is expected to hit for the next 2 weeks. It is in utmost importance to take all the cautionary measures and inform the responsible personnel when going outside. Please be aware that the radio connection between the base and the ship may not be available during this period. Oh, that's creepy. Let's not be shrouded in darkness now. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of this in this game. I'm just gonna be going through a lot of fucking just examining. I'm gonna assume this game is like maybe 50 to 70% examining. Log out to Expedition Wheeler Picard. Oh, on the backside. Oop-out. Expedition Wheeler Picard. Sure. That's a thing. Familiar visits the lower chambers once more in the form of a black cat. Its spectral image echoes throughout the 7 rooms. What sin called it out from this hollow looming, dim, and ghost-like? Keep doing that by accident. It's gonna be a while before I remember all the controls, even though there's not that many.
Locked. Looks like we're
So we're on
having
a ship.
power problem right now.
I've come to figure out that we're on a ship. I'm on my way to figuring everything out now. Yes!
Locked. It's stuck.
You're stuck.
Locked.
Nope, nothing there either. Okay, the other way then. Oh. Well, hello, good friends. And there's absolutely nothing here for me. Wow, great time. I wonder if there's gonna be like... I'm wondering if one of the mechanics in this game is to turn off the light when there's a ghost nearby to hide. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like do shit like that. Or like maybe hide in here, close the door, and then like close the light. Like, no, they can't see me. They can't see me. Okay. Auxiliary power needs to be enabled manually from the outside. Of course it does. Of course it does. Looks like you got this game all figured out. Why bother playing it at all? Yep, it's close. It's a Shutcase Johnson. We're on a ship. Puzzle solved. Same thing. What is this? Supervisor Johan DeWitt. Attention crew members who are having problems sleeping. Examinations conducted regarding the increase of accidents recently led me to believe that the reason behind them is some kind of intense cabin fever. Symptoms for these problems are insomnia, severe headaches, seeing visions or hearing voices. Crew members who are suffering from the above symptoms are required to refer to me personally for thorough checkups. This will also be the main topic of the general meeting that will be held tomorrow after lunch. This issue poses serious problems regarding safety at work, so it must be taken heed of soberly. Medical practitioner sign. Really, there's a word for his sign. Stop those bloody sessions. Ah, I see. So there's something deeper about the psychological analysis, eh? That's water, not ectoplasm. What the hell? Okay. It's a loading screen. A new song expected to hit 3 weeks. Okay, thank you. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, creepy. Wait, we were on a boat, right? This no longer looks like a boat to me. Wow. Wait, I mean, it remains to be seen whether this is a... No, this can't be a boat anymore. Oh, looks like I failed that one. See, this is bullshit, man. The game is cutting off my chat right now. Okay, I have to move chat a little off to the side. Give me a second while I try to figure some things out. Yeah, you don't need to fucking see that. I have to freaking move chat a little to the side because the game, for some reason, is bleeding into the second monitor and completely cut it out. The joke's on me. Fuck you, Bruin. God damn it. Don't make me wipe out the evidence and witnesses. Is the sound missing? Oh, it's because I'm not showing you the game anymore. A lot of reading. If someone enjoyed that in games, really did on Dishonored. The enrichment of its worlds through found books. Skyrim also, but gets old after a while, especially with so many different books around. I'm hugely against stopping gameplay for reading. I'm a big fan. I think both Batman and fucking whatchamacallit, BioShock did it best. Recordings. If you want to throw more story at the player, give it in some dialogue that is being talked to as I explore the game. I hate having to stop gameplay to read something. Like if they want to throw more lore at me, just put it like on a recorder of some sort. Let the message play in a head. Make the player read it in his head, somewhat like thing. I'd rather hear it so I can continue investigating and looking around. Gameplay suffers on account of it, I agree, but it was great to delve into the lore that way. Like, it's great for people who love more lore, you know, to find that. There's nothing wrong with that. They just can come up with more constructive ways instead of stopping the player. And there are times where, like, when they do have, like, a voice dialogue over the player head, they don't count the amount of time that it takes for the player to read the message, like, have the message played, and by the time they get to the next cutscene. There are a lot of games where they go the route, where they have a dialogue going of extra lore, but if you walk too far, the cutscene cuts off the rest of that dialogue. So it's like, even then it's not that perfect for that, but I prefer that more. I mean, I don't mind reading. I like reading. I like practicing my actor voice. And yeah, I also agree. Could have been a better way to do it. The way recorders you could listen to in Dishonored, but you still had to stand next to it to hear it. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember is the successful establishment of the Upper Water Antarctic Base. And after that,
It's like they got it half right. Because like you can play it and then like search the room around, but you'd end up freaking finishing searching the room before the tape ended. And that's what I mean by the other times. Like, they don't account for the amount of time it takes the player to look at things or go through things when they do dialogue things sometimes. When I first saw that, like, Morrowind was the first time I saw books, tons of books with a bunch of writings in there. I was like, you're crazy. You're mad. Like, Elder Scrolls is the extreme, though, because they have so many fucking books, and, like, a lot of it doesn't even have to do with the lore of the game. It's just, like, extra writings or maybe back history or just the novels that someone wrote. It's crazy extreme when it comes to the Elder Scrolls. I was like, no way. No one could possibly be reading all of these. Again, stops the gameplay. I mean, it is optional. It was great to have it all. To know they really put some elbow grease in creating a universe like that to give it depth. Oh, fuck yeah. I like the way they went about it, too. What was it, phonographs or something? Well, Dishonored had its own technology. I love that. I love the technology of fucking Dishonored. Of how things worked. Yeah, that's a true steampunk experience. Alright, we got a tape and we got a key. We're on our way, boys. Key is used. Bam! Half my fucking items already used. I'm on a roll here. Here we go. H.P. Lovecraft at the Mountain of Madness. How ironic. We're in an H.P. Lovecraft game and he finds a book in it. Wow, who would have thought? Well, open it up so I can read it. At the Mountains of Madness. I guess maybe that's what this is based on? The Mountains of Madness? No. Oh, okay, cabin fever. See, I thought it was like cabin in a ship. Cabin fever. I didn't think cabin like out in the woods or on a mountain. That makes more sense. Yeah, that must be what this is based on. Just in case there's something behind the door. I'm gonna start looking at those more often. I read everything I could find in Dishonored. On many occasions found lore on the characters from the story and things that enrich the places or characters involved. Not just some ancient scribbling, irrelevant to the game timeline like most of Elder Scrolls. But yeah. Especially when you are invested in a game, it's always great to get that little piece. It's always great to have those aha moments, you know? And I guess that's what that provides. Reading those lores is like, no, that makes sense now. And I do enjoy those moments a lot, greatly. It's like, son of a bitch, I knew that character. Really? He was part of that this whole time? Shit like that. Wait, it said in order to fix the thing was outside. Oh, okay, I thought it was outside attached to the fucking building, but I guess not. I guess not. Oh yeah, Elder Scrolls. I heard a few days ago the next Elder Scrolls is not due until 2026. You better believe it. Hey, maybe that means they're actually doing a new engine. I'm not sure if I heard that right or not. Whether or not they're building the engine from scratch, then yeah, all to them. Take your fucking time if you're rebuilding the engine. But if they're just fucking pouncing on, like adding on to the fucking already established Fallout Elder Scrolls engine, alright. So I got tape. But you know what? No one cares about Elder Scrolls anymore, Perun. Right now, it's all about Elden Ring. We want to know what the fuck's going on with Elden Ring. And there's also another game that's, I think, might be jumping on. That might be actually the first game to actually compete with fucking Elder Scrolls game. Forgot what it was called, though. I don't know if it's Bard's Tale or something. But there's a game coming out where it's a first-person version of a top-down game. And I think it's gonna... step on the genre of Elder Scrolls. Fuck, I had a better way of saying that, I couldn't think of it. Maybe, it's been ages since Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online aside. We haven't had a good game in years and well for years. A good game in terms of Elder Scroll games. Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in this.
Yeah, fucking, what's it called? Bethesda and, Rockstar. Milking the hell out of their franchises. No franchise like that has lasted that long. GTA 5 and fucking Skyrim. Fucking 3 different platforms, 3 generations extended without a sequel. God damn. Yeah, but like as I was saying, there is a game coming out. I don't think it's Bard's Tale, but it's made by Obsidian. who made Baldur's Gate, and I think it's in the world. It's set in the world of Baldur's Gate, and it's supposed to be like a Elder Scrolls game. Played online bit, didn't really do. No, it doesn't feel the same at all. Nor do I trust the battling is 1-to-1. That's the one thing about online games that I never want to get into, is because I feel like it's more RNG based hitting. Like I feel yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1. I'm pretty sure if you throw and shoot an arrow at someone, it is making contact and damage. But I feel it's like more of a random numbers game than it is actually taking account the damage you did in real time. You talking about Avowed? Yeah, that's the one. I believe that's the one because that name looks very familiar. Several examples of the composite. Okay, thanks. Alright, so we got tape, but nothing else. I didn't find the thing on the outside to fix whatever that thing was. Did get a key, but we used it already, and I don't know if it has use anywhere else. Creepy. Okay. Do I keep like ending up on the other side of that wall?
Locked.
Yeah, but why? Journal? No electricity. I found out UPA Antarctic Expedition Base has been involved in darkness in some of the appliances and not functioning due to power outage. But why has no one attended the problem so far? Where is everybody? I'd better find a crew member. I woke up from a series of blurry nightmares, isolated inside these somewhat foreign walls. In one of my pockets, I found an empty notebook in which I am writing my notes. I can't remember anything other than there should have been others here with me. The names Dr. Faust and Dr. DeWitt are lingering in my mind now. What do you mean lingering in your mind? We literally read notes with their names at the end of it. Additionally, trying to delve deeper into the thoughts gives me sharp pains in my already throbbing head. I'd better find a crew member and find out what's going on here as soon as possible. Okay, this guy is already dead. This is a dead man walking.
It's stuck.
Can I... That's journal. Oh, the hell? Does that arrow happen to be pointing where I need to go? No. There's actually no idea what this is. Oh god. Don't stare at that when I turn on the light. I will not do that again. Huh. I don't see anything. Interesting. This is a fairly short game. It's supposed to be about 5 hours. I might take longer. Hey, it's 4:20 right now. Oh shit. I hope someone out there is getting high for me. Oh, I completely missed that, and it's useless. Well, that's great. Thanks. It's like, yes, something new. No. Ooh, the upwat. Expedition Handbook. Really? We're not going to read this? No? Goddamn, the light just fucking reflects off things so badly. Oh, so painfully. Like, why are these pages glowing? What the fuck? Alright, cool. The occult and whatnot. Love it. And then there's this thing again.
This device. Its noises are resonating in my mind.
I guess we're going back out. Yeah, looks great. It's supposed to be similar to Skyrim gameplay-wise. You're sure as hell not? Oh, god damn it. Now it's 4:21. The dream is over. Alright, so... Alright, cool. Plugged in there. Can't open that. Oh, of course, the drawers. I can't crouch. Oh, there it is. The crouch. There we go. 1, 2, 3... Nothing here. Alright. Ooh. Leave it? Weird. But what if I want to take it? Like, why? Why is this game letting me look at objects? I'm really confused about this right now. Is there any information that I can gather from this? Nope. Can't open it. Nothing here. No, we're good. Alright, never mind. Wow, thanks. That was a waste. Here, I thought I was finding new things. Then there's this again. Alright, so there was one clue, like, in order to fix the lights in the place, there's a contraption outside. I was hoping that it was attached to the building, this contraption of sorts, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Where is that thing I saw anyways? Where was that electrical panel by any chance? No. And there's nothing in here, even though like it lets me open it. Weird. Ah, here we are. And you say it again. Auxiliary printer needs to be built manually from the outside. Yeah, how far outside, game? How far outside? Alright. Now, cold trigger me had an idea that I heard might be making things worse in the long term for me, so I decided to give up for a while. See if there's a difference, any progression in my state. I've done the same thing several times, man. And I tell you, I still don't have a proper answer. I know I was drawing a lot more when I was stoned, that's for sure, and that's kind of changed. I'm doing more of a, like uploading VODs and whatnot. And well, I have this character, that's why, that I was working on for the past 2 weeks, so I didn't get to it anyways. Okay, something's crying in there. And I can't seem to see what's up there. Like okay. There we go.
There's a strong light shining over there. Somehow it reminds me of a lighthouse.
But there wouldn't be a lighthouse at the top of a mountain, would there? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Okay, so when it says manually outside, it does not mean like right here, does it? Is this a gate? That's not a gate. I guess I don't need the flashlight outside. Read that alcohol and drugs do help on short-term basis, but long-term they do more damage than good, yeah. Which is why a lot of our great artists have died of alcohol poisoning or liver damage or some sort. Belonged to... found many sources of that. Didn't know what to make of it, so I decided to give it a go. Can't hurt. I think that's more just based on the fact that it makes you more loose and like more confident about things. That you get things done because you're on that fucking that drunken high type thing. It's like I can do anything, and so people keep a moderate drink just to keep that fucking energy in them. But of course, in the long term, it's going to do damage to you internally and possibly mentally as well. And we've had a lot of great artists due to the fucking inebriants that they took in, but we also lost a lot of great artists because of the inebriants they decided to take in. Okay, so it is this thing. What the fuck? You have to be like really close to see that. Oh, no, you don't have to be really close to see the hand. Son of a bitch. You just gotta really make sure that you're on point. I feel like that did nothing. Like, wouldn't there be a noise of some sort? Like, ding. You know? Okay, here we go. Nice. Now we got the ball rolling. Oh, I taped it up. Nice.
The tank is empty.
You don't say. Wow, I didn't have to go far for that. Indeed, our country's greatest poet and greatest writer. We're both drunks. Your country's nice. I mean, when it comes to Europe, aren't they always have drunk? I swear, the town my parents are from, everyone's wakes up with a drink in their hand. Like, yeah, I don't want to go into what I smell. Because like they have their septic tank not too far from the town, and if you go near that area, you can kind of smell the shit of the town, and it all smells like booze shit. Yay! Alright, I guess we're going back. Run, man! Run! Use them legs your mother gave you. Oh, you have no feet. You're a fucking ghost. Holy shit. Wait, wait. Oh my god, there is a ghost following me. Oh, fuck me. Who's making these fucking footprints? I have no feet. I ain't even joking. They truly were. They did amazing art, but they were both drunk in hell. Fuck. The double-edged sword. Alright, here we go. Wait, this isn't a thing? I was never supposed to come here? Okay. Well, everything's lit up. Oh. Okay, we're good.
What was that?
You tell me. Oh, and all the doors are magically open. Dun dun dun. Yeah, bleeding heart's an artist, eh? Yeah, if it's not a broken heart, it's the alcohol. That freaking makes you artistic. That as well, is what I'm saying.
Locked. If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Like, Nikolai Gogol, the portrait, cool. Like, I mean, that's a true thing. People can get drunk on love and be very inspirational and artistic as well, just from being drunk on love itself.
His coat is just right here, where is he now?
Maybe he is you. H. Anderson. Welcome, Anderson. Welcome, Mr. Anderson. C. Lenning, James Barlow. Why does he get a full name? Why aren't they cut off the fucking thing to just make one letter? I guess their names are just really that long, or the game doesn't want me to know who H and C are. I guess because their names are really long. Len Brown. Ned Well. John DeWitt. N. Hansen. L. Ferguson. David Berke.
Locked.
Berke. Okay. Oh, those aren't cockroaches? Alright. I'd be a little bit more creeped out if they were.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Yeah, this game's gonna have cheap scare mechanics. Like, if it's gonna be opening up something and something like just moves across, like, that's not horror to me. Making a sound effect when you open something or something quickly comes to the camera. The worst form of horror, man. Loud noises! That's called flinching, not being scared. Does people not know the difference between what a flinch and fear is? Flinching is not fear. It's simply I do not like unbearable loud noises. We need to write that off fucking horror. Just get rid of it completely. Hello. One of the composite structures we've come across during our initial field trips, it has an open third eye on its forehead, as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing, because allusions to knowledge and elder things recur all the time in almost every bas relief we have discovered so far. All this leads me to believe these creatures inhabiting those halls have acquired some kind of knowledge from the elder things. Elder. Fabled creatures of primal myths. Examine. Oh, turn the page. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah, this was in the loading screen. Alright. Oh, I can take this? Several other examples of the composite sculptures ranging from humanoid to reptilian in shape. They were mostly damaged and generally in a really bad shape. The lost parts were completed by the artist's imagination. Cool. No, don't take the book! I wasn't done reading. Alright. Documents. Can I get to that book at all? Is there any chance you guys can let me get to the book? No. Is there a place where I can see that book game? No. Did I just miss out the rest of the pages? God damn it. Well, so much for reading the rest of that. It was fun while it lasted. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, games like this, you really want to make sure the textures are nice. That looks like every single human being has a baby. Alright. Read a quote some time ago, can't remember by who, but it kind of went like, the best art humankind ever created was influenced by pain and suffering. No one with a perfect life made anything near as great as one who didn't have an easy life. It's crazy, no? Like, I wholeheartedly believe that. Pain and suffering creates some great art. And I could probably spend a good day, like, thinking about why that is. Trying to explain all the many psychological reasons for that. I like that. I'm inclined more towards the notion that our nocturnal visions are not just faint and fantastic reflections of our walking experiences. Every time I pass into a state of dormancy, somehow I can explore while I am dreaming the vistas of grandeur. An alien prospect and unnatural disposition, so vividly expressing the outer extent of this world I have yet to discover. If only I was endowed with the artistic skill to describe my visions. All I know is that all this became evident after the Conarium sessions had started. Conarium. He said the name of the game. He did the thing. Even though I am not one of the participants, I am somehow affected. I feel I'm absorbed while in an unconscious state into the oblivion, crossing the line beyond the wall of sleep. Yeah, I thought about it myself, came to the conclusion that art comes from within, and if one's experienced many shades of both good and bad in his life, he has more area to draw from. Well, then I should be an amazing artist, though. That's what kind of drives me kind of crazy, though. It's like, I have so much fucking... I mean, yeah, I have more bad days than I do have good days in this life. And yeah, I can't seem to transfer any of that into an artistic expression. Or maybe I'm not allowing myself. I feel like somehow I might be blocking a part of my mental thing. I worry, I fear that like that artistic part of ourselves, that somehow I might have accidentally blocked it and I don't know how to access it. So one of the things that kind of draws me to drugs, that thought of like LSD and DMT, is trying to open a part of myself that might be closed. I've constantly wondered, like, have I locked something out of myself? And I truly want to get back to it. These nightmares have become unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he's holding something in his hand, which I believe to be a lotus flower. We seem to be continuing this grave and serious conversation again and again, but I still can't remember the contents. During working hours, sometimes, I hear his voice through the radio. It's not in a form of meaningful sentences, but more like some unconscious mutterings. I'm afraid to tell anyone about this, for I hate the very idea of the suspicion I will be probably facing. I like the dialogue so far. Not the dialogue, the writing, I guess. The notes. You get to see them all as kids. Okay, these are like the devs' kid pictures, right? I always find it weird when they put real-life pictures of people in games with CG characters. I'm still not sure how I feel about that. For some reason, that's more immersion breaking to me. Alright. So we found what we need. To where? John DeWitt. Ooh, we're gonna see what's in his locker. The hell? That key looks like it was made out of a coin, eh? Huh. Cool.
Locked. Locked.
Cool. Well, I know what I need to do. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Just do it.
If his coat is just right here.
It's weird. Sometimes they put pics in developers and kids and stuff like that, but it's still out of place many times. Yeah. Found a note about a mental problem. Holy shit. I've noticed very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for 3 subjects, Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and Frank Gilman, whom I've been inspecting closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affecting and demoralizing all the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noted deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it's too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from their normal personalities, but the difference is of course obvious. Their condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Foss and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we have been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely that we shall receive professional help from the outside world, or will be able to send anybody away for a thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances. Who's writing those notes? I don't think I've been catching that. Who's been writing those notes? Okay, my character did not question this thing on his wrist. Like, that does not look like a normal thing people have on their... Oh, it's part of his glove. That's why. What the hell is that supposed to be? Wait, is that my sanity dropping by any chance? It's dropping really fast. It's just spinning now. Interesting. Why for you spin? Alright, so I got nothing... Yeah, I don't think I've been paying attention to who's writing these notes. Oh, okay, so that must have been DeWitt then. DeWitt had written that, since I took it out of his locker. Alright. This is still useless to me. Marijuana leaf. No, it's a lotus flower. How did you get all the way over here? Ah, light in my room now. Nice.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
I think I have to close this to get closer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, ew. I don't know what the hell's in that bowl. So can I take that compass at all? It's just there. I can rotate it and that's it. So curious about that. Why? Why do that to me, game? Devashi. Sati plant. Okay. Seeds of... Ooh, Saheti. Interesting. Nope. Ooh. Aha. And I have to leave it. Okay. Nice. Thanks. For nothing. Again. Ooh, look at all that texture work. Word of advice, pull the leg of the chair. When shit hits the fan, at least you have the option to go out swinging. Die like a man. Pull the leg of the chair. As what, to use as a weapon? Game won't let me. Game won't let me! I'm forever doomed. You're all doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Alright. I want to play the tape, though. Alright. Found Hansen's notes. Ah, there we go. Radio Officer Hansen. For a while. Secrets. Whoa, hello. Secrets? Didn't see that tab before. For a while, my nights have been plagued by bizarre nightmares wherein I have been talking to an unsubstantial figure. When I wake up every morning, I fail to remember either his visage or the content of the dialogue, only a silhouette, taking in a somber tone. These nightmares keep me from sleeping comfortably. The kind of sleep I am longing for. I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet, but I am feeling a constant urge to do so, as if my well-being is in the balance. It would be most logical to consult with Dr. DeWitt about this. So this was a secret. A note on the dual personality problem. Okay. I think that was DeWitt's message. Yeah. Never says games or movies like this. In a case like this, the first survival instinct kicks in. Arm yourself. But no, everyone just roams around with their dicks out helpless. Yeah. No one ever makes a smart move in horror movies, man. You just don't. Fuck, that reminds me actually. You ever see Tucker and Dale versus Evil, I think it's called? It's like a parody of horror movies. It's a comedy horror, but like really well done. Yeah, I think it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell. Okay, let me see if I'm even getting it right. I'm gonna look it up first. That movie is hilarious. Like, I don't think it's a spoiler to explain what's going on, but at the same time, it's just better to watch it to see what happens. Yeah, it's Tucker and Dale. I think there's supposed to be a part 2 coming. I'm not sure. Yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That was a good one. Now, why did I said that? Oh yeah, no. Everyone just roams around with their dicks out. It's a good kind of play on that idea of how stupid people are in horror movies. Oh yeah, that movie was good. Oh shit, look at that texture seam right down the middle. Who would do that? Unless that was intended. If that wasn't intended, what a terrible place to put a texture seam. Like, you can clearly see that the texture stops in the middle, and then a new one continues on the right. This is something like I talk about a lot. It's like, if you know the player is going to be looking at an object in a specific angle, hide your textures. Like, there's no reason for that either. That whole entire surface could have been one flat texture on top of it. I don't know why. Oh, he probably cut it because he flipped it to try to save space. He most likely freaking cut it in half just so he can flip it. That way, when he does to the left, will just happen to the right automatically. It's the only thing I can explain for why that would be there. Even then, he's not really saving much by doing that. Right? So I can tell that there is a texture seam on the bottom side of it where players most likely won't be spending a lot of time. Yes, you can see it. To the right, you can see the texture seam. That was clever. That's well done. You put it at the bottom, right? And not on the top where players will most likely be looking. So this guy got it half right with this object, but completely fucked up on the front, which I don't understand why. And for anyone new here wondering why the hell am I talking about graphics, I'm into art. I went to school for 3D design, and so yeah, these things stick out to me a lot when I see them. It's like, how did you put that texture in such a bad place? And these are not usable.
This is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, please come in. I repeat, this is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, do you hear me? There is someone who can hear me. Please, come in. Some electrical condition in the disturbed air seems to prevent communication.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the way I explain that. I still have a hard time saying I'm an artist. I say I'm into art. I don't feel like I've crossed that threshold to say that, yeah, I'm an artist. So I still, I hesitate before I say that, then just like now I change it to I'm into art instead of saying I'm an artist. Don't feel comfortable saying it yet, man. Don't know how to describe myself as that. Like, if I had a job as an artist, then yeah, I'll come out saying I'm a fucking artist. I'm getting paid for this shit. But because I'm not really getting paid to be into art, can't really call yourself an artist until you make your first check. I feel like in any profession, you can't really call yourself a professional until you make a check for doing that work. You don't consider yourself an artist either. I didn't know you even thought of yourself in that place. Well, I mean, yeah, you're a painter. I would consider painters artists. I mean, it's an art form. There's a lot of skill and knowledge involved in that. But I don't know what it takes to officially call yourself an artist other than, yeah, if you get a paycheck for whatever profession you're in, then you can call yourself the professional of that profession, I would assume. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's subject to the person, subject to opinion. Alright, so I'm getting absolutely no information off of this. That's great. 5 seconds indicate 1 mile. Okay, 5 seconds indicate 1 mile. I wonder if I have to learn. I hope I don't have to learn any of these things, but it's kind of interesting. Weather letters. T is thunder, L is lightning, S is snow. Well, no shit. That's where we are. Alright, cool. It's an artistic hobby, so yeah, if I don't consider myself as one, I have great ideas and all, but I would also rather say I'm into art, yeah. Oh, Morse code. Letters, numbers, and their corresponding Morse code symbols are listed below. Please don't make me do Morse code game. If you are, can I just take this with me? No, I can't take this with me? Why not? I feel like I'm gonna need it. Victoria Island. Oh shit, no way. Well, we're off... Wait. But where are we exactly? Cape Washington, Franklin, Rosdale. Wait. We're in Alaska. I'm an idiot. We're fucking in Alaska. Just weird that they're showing a map of this. I can't take these. No? Huh. I felt like I got nothing in this room. Yeah, I feel like I got nothing out of this. Like, I didn't get another key or anything. This is a new area, I believe. Cool, we're good. Hey, another torch. Might be someone that went that way. Whoa. It's... These guys and their emission fucking texture map is way too bright. Or they're just putting high... Like, I don't know if that's the reflection of the fucking texture on the 3D object that's making it so bright, or if it's the light itself. But goddamn, they have to learn how to tone that down. Jesus Christ. Nothing should be that bright. Yes, I will be judging the freaking artists in this now. I'm already in the mood. It's too late, you can't pull me back now. I am judging the art of this game. Nah, it's well done so far. Ooh. Like, they definitely did a lot of texture. I mean, they knew that we're going to be looking at objects really closely, so it's automatically important to have a really good texture artist. And you can see that. Alright, Statement of consent. By signing this document, you are agreeing to the terms written below. False statements made knowingly or willingly, including affidavits? I don't think I've ever heard that word. Or other supporting documents submitted therewith, may be punishable. I hereby declare that I consent to perform my daily duties to the best of my ability, listen to the judgment of the expedition leader, Dr. Faust, and participate in a series of medical sessions as needed at the Antarctic base. Did I find out who I am? The risk of participating in the aforementioned medical sessions have been fully explained to me. Any questions I have regarding the procedure, why it's necessary, its benefits and risks have been answered to my satisfaction. Therefore, I give my informed consent to the performance. I can't believe I read a fucking TOS thing. Alright, so everyone signed. Everyone is legally supposed to be here. I'm not any of the doctors, I don't think. Oh yeah. I was looking for Faust's name, but that makes no sense. He's the expedition leader. Oh, he's all the way up there, Dr. Faust. He has it written in. Cool. Like, I've been paying attention, but I quickly forget things that I might have just read. In and out type of scenario. I'm trying to remember who the hell I was in all those names. Such a weird object. Like, it just stands out, and you can see that they're floating, that the person, whoever placed this... Like, I don't mean to be judging the art this much, but I'm catching it. Like, it's floating. There's a shadow underneath. The guy didn't put the object touching the fucking thing. And if it's not something I can interact with, why not put it? It's not gonna fucking affect any collision. Just put it... Like, even if it eats into the geometry, that's okay. It'll still look more real than having a fucking shadow underneath it. It's just weird little things. Like, they did a good job here, but so many little oversights. Or is it undersight? Not sure. What would you say the best game you played in this style was? In this style? I don't like these games, period. I don't think these are games at all. Okay, sorry. Last of Us. These are like on-rail adventures. I don't know. I'm still iffy about like how I feel about these type of games and genres. Like, why do you play so many? I don't play so many. What do you mean? What others have I played than this? I tried Amnesia once, and that's the only other one I could think of. Layer of Fear, that was Halloween, and I had it on Epic. It worked perfectly for that day. I didn't expect to get through both of them in one day, so that was kind of a nice little treat. Yeah, Layers of Fear, that was just a Halloween thing. Layers of Fear, yeah, the one with the paintings. Yeah, that was just a Halloween thing. Normally I would never get into a game like that. I just needed the game for Halloween. Layers of Fear. Apparently there's a VR version of that game, which probably would make a lot more sense. But I think Last of Us did the best job of it. Like, graphically it looked good, the story was pretty cryptic and good. You know, but once again, when it came down to gameplay, you're just running, you know, you're just moving around. You're not actually interacting. You're not fucking being a badass. You're just moving about. Like, that's cool. You know, sometimes people just want story and immersion. That's alright. Nothing wrong with that. I won't call it a game. Unless you're solving a fucking puzzle, or achieving something, or there's like a mechanic in the game that helps you to solve puzzles, it's just not a game to me, man. Like, it's a story. It's a fucking interactive graphic novel, at best. There was one earlier, I can't remember. Thought you were into them. Nah, man. Complete opposite. I need someone to convince me that they're games. Just because it has fucking 3D objects in it, and you're walking around with the fucking keyboard. This is a walking simulator, man. Well, I gotta go now. See you later. Alright, Steamstress. You have a good one. And thank you for passing by. I appreciate it. And thank you for lurking as well. I hope it wasn't my topic. My talking about these type of games not being games that scare you away. I am very critical of things. I give things the benefit of a doubt, but I am also critical. Alright, I need to turn the fan on. It just got really sweaty in here for some reason. I think the more I talk, the more I sweat. And psychoactive plants, Sadahi. That's it? You're not gonna open it? Nothing? God damn. A lot of reading. Alright. I do a lot of other games that I wanted to try, but this is the only one I could find in short that was about 5 hours, right? Like I had like 2 or 3 other ideas of games I was gonna play this weekend, but I was trying to think of time constraints. Ghostbusters was a perfect amount of time, and because it was even shorter, it fit in perfectly with the schedule. So I was like, yeah, I mean, this seems interesting. I want to see what it's about. I kept my mind open. I didn't look into it, so I assumed it was an Amnesia-style game. I was hoping maybe there'd be more to it than just being an Amnesia-style game. It still might have more to it, for all I know. I don't know. But nothing wrong with enjoying a good story, I guess. You know, get immersed in another world, even if I'm not actually gonna do anything.
It won't open.
I mean, like, finding an object in point A and bringing it to point B isn't necessarily a puzzle to me. Finding an object and figuring out how to use that object to, like, open up another object, like, getting an object and having to figure out how to use it, that's a puzzle. Getting an object and just using it, that's not a puzzle. Right, and that's, you gotta, these games gotta learn how to pass that line, extend that barrier. Because I'm like thinking, does this game have puzzles? Well, I guess finding objects and like putting the objects where they belong is technically a puzzle.
Locked.
And so it can call itself a game because of that, but like that's, to me it's not. Finding item in A and going to B does not institute clever mechanics or design or thought processes. Not that point and clicks do it any better, because sometimes they're so obscure it's ridiculous, but at least you have to freaking try things and have to figure things out in point and click adventures. Or use object in point A. It's never like object in point A goes to point B. No, it's object in A has to do with fucking X, Y, Z, and then you go back to fucking B. If you know what I mean. Well, she hung around for almost 5 hours. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, so there was so much more in those books I wanted to read. I wonder if there's a way to pull that book out again. It's
stuck.
Hi. Where you going? Oh, I want to say hi. But can we be friends? Still hasn't explained to me what the hell this thing is and why it's spinning like crazy now.
It's stuck.
Oh, why hello world. How are you? Uh-huh, this again. Derby Pikmin. Schneider Foundation. Alright. Ooh, have to check out here.
It won't open.
Cool. And that's it. Just come in here and marvel at their 3D design. Cool. No problem. Glossopterus? Glossopterus. Cool. Like right there. You can see it ends and begins. Like once again, something like this. Put it on the other side so I don't see it. I mean, obviously most players, they don't give a shit. They're not gonna fucking see it. Actually, it happens every 2 bars. That's interesting. I wonder if this is, sometimes you can put in a 3D engine where you make 2 of these and you can tell the engine to just duplicate it. Kind of like, tiling in a sense. And you can just tile these all around. Saves on, CPU consumption. That's probably what they did with it.
It's stuck.
Now, I'd like to think a game like this is made more by artists than programmers. Actually, let's go this way first before we go all the other ways. Just to make sure it's locked. Go.
It's stuck.
Did you ever play Binding of Isaac? And why not? Why not? What's with the Kappa? I hear good things about the game. I don't know. I don't know if I can get into it now. I feel like it's been too long. That I missed the emotional boat on that. Maybe one day I'll torture myself with that game. In the beginning I didn't really know much about the game. I didn't understand the craze over it. So I never really got into it.
Locked. I need a phonograph cylinder.
How do I now? No, sir, you need it. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped about how he came up with that strange exploration device he built long ago. The only thing he has told me is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that any existed on Earth except in the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloid herb. The sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt our nervous systems to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If I use too much, it affects the body to breaking point, but now I'm used to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. I feel confined and much more receptive, but the most peculiar aspect of the sessions are that, because it's a shared experience, I am able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to the other participants. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions end and I cannot focus my thoughts until I have slept for several hours. That strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe what it offers is of immense importance. Surely disorients feelings and bodily functions. Tight-lipped about how he came up with the strange exploration device he built. So that's what it's in our hands. This strange